Hello and welcome back to another video. It is now the end of December, which means it is the last video of this series. I had the idea to do this series almost 2 years ago, but I wanted to do a full calendar year, so I then waited 10 months to start it in 2024. And since the start of this series, I have documented every photo that I have taken each month. It's been a great journey, and knowing that I have to create one of these videos at the end of every single month has actually made me want to photograph more. If it wasn't for the pressure to release one of these videos each month, I definitely would have gotten in a rut and just released a lot less videos and taken a lot less photos. But thanks to this series, I've been uploading as regularly as I can for the past year now, in fact just over a year. And because of how beneficial this series has been for me, I think I might continue it next year as well. These videos don't get a lot of views, but like I said, they keep me shooting, they keep me uploading, and it's also really nice to be able to look back at each separate month to see what photos I have taken in that month. But without taking up any more of your time, I'll just get into the video and show you guys the photos that I took in December. I've only done 2 shoots this month, so there aren't exactly many photos for you to see. I was actually meant to do more than 2, I was meant to do at least 4, but things just went wrong. But the first one that I was meant to do got cancelled literally last minute as I was leaving my door, and the second one was meant to be me photographing my family on Christmas Day, but the day before, on Christmas Eve, Jen really wanted me to try a cheese board because I've never had one before, and I ate a lot of cheese, and I was suspicious that I was lactose intolerant, but never had properly confirmed it. But that day confirmed it, because the rest of Christmas Eve and all of Christmas Day I was not able to eat, and I was just really under the weather and not feeling very good. I even missed out on Christmas dinner, which absolutely sucked because it looked amazing. But the 2 successful shoots that I did manage to do this month were both with my friend Sadie. You've probably seen one of these shoots already, as it's already gotten over 6,500 views in less than 2 weeks, which is the best one of my videos I've ever performed, but sadly it's slowing down now, so I'm not sure if it's going to gain many more views. But it's really nice seeing all the love on that video, and it's so nice seeing new people on this channel. Also, sorry if you can hear my dog barking every now and again. I really don't like him. He just constantly barks. My parents don't do anything about it. They just go, oh, it's part of training him. It's not. They're just lazy. But he is very annoying. All he does is bark, and he gets exactly what he wants whenever he wants, because apparently that's how you train a dog. But anyway, here are the photos that I took in that shoot with Sadie. I met up with Sadie to try out her Nikon D850 while she tries out my Fujifilm GFX 50S. So we met up and went to this woodland area that had this really nice diffused light that just completely softened everything, and it was just really nice lighting in this woods. I enjoyed using the Nikon D850, and it's probably the best feeling DSLR that I've used. The lens that Sadie has is also really cool. The bokeh is just insane. It's called a Yongnuo 50mm f1.8, and it's super cheap if you want to pick one up yourself. I'm pretty sure you can find them for around £30, and I think that might be around $40. We also left the woodland area after a while and went to another location. But once we started shooting here, we were getting really cold as we didn't have the trees to stop the majority of the wind. So after about 15 to 20 minutes, we decided to call it a day. I'm very happy with the images I got this day. The camera and the lens were really good, and Sadie was a great model. I'll leave links to her Instagram down below if you want to go and check out her photography. About a week and a half after that shoot, me and Sadie met up again, but this time we were shooting 4x5. She was really interested in the process, so we arranged to shoot some black and white sheet film, and then also some Instax using the Lomograph Lock Instant Back. We went to the same woods again, as the diffused light was just perfect for instant film, and the wind coverage from the trees was just ideal for shooting 4x5. Instead of showing you the photos in the exact order, I'll just show you the Instax ones first. I haven't scanned these yet, and I'm not sure if I will, to be honest, because they aren't my favourite photos, but I still feel like it could be beneficial to actually to scan them. But this is the first photo I took. As you can tell, it is severely underexposed because I am an absolute idiot, and I just decided to expose for her top without realising. I was just using my light meter on my phone, and it's always really accurate, but because I put the spot on her, I didn't realise that I put it on her clothes, or on her top, it just completely darkened the image. Like, the top is perfectly exposed, but everything else is just very, very dark. The second one that I took after that was this den that we found. It's really cool. I actually do quite like this one, but sadly I've got a bit of a light leak, and I have no idea how that happened, but I guess it just happens sometimes with instant film. But this one actually looks quite nice, so I think I'll scan this one. I really like the colours in it, it's just really nice. But yeah, there's a big old light leak at the top there, as you can see, but I really like this one. And the third one that I took is of Sadie. This one again is a bit overexposed, only the slightest bit though. It's actually probably like a perfect exposure considering how low the dynamic range is with Instax film. But here it is. So you can tell there's like this weird black mark here. I actually think that's from, it's not going away. Oh, it is going away. Wow, okay. Yeah, I think that's from my film holder because I did sandwich these in between my film holders because they did get a bit bent, so I just sandwiched them in there. But yeah, this is the third and final image that I took. It's got really nice colours, as you can see. There's just the colours of Instax are just amazing. But I think I might do an Instax review soon because I have shot it quite a few times now. So yeah, I do want to shoot more though before I do that review, but if you want to check out that review, let me know down below, and I'll try and make it as soon as possible if you do. I also brought along my GFX as a backup to the 4x5, so I'll let you see these images here. I was shooting with the GFX whenever I wasn't too sure about an image, or whenever I just wanted to shoot something without the hassle of setting up the 4x5. The shoot was a couple hours long, so these photos are from the very start until the very end, and I think they are decent. I don't like them as much as the ones from the other shoot, but I think they're still okay. I think the ease of using the D850 with like the autofocus lenses and just how nice that camera was helped me focus on my compositions more rather than, you know, worrying about if I got an image in focus or not. However, the compositions aren't bad, I just think they're a bit boring. Now moving on to the 4x5 stuff, I ended up shooting 4 sheets. I ended up shooting 2 sheets of Ilford FP4 and 2 sheets of Fomapan 100. But I didn't realise that I had 2 different types of film, as one of my film holders was already loaded, and I thought it was loaded with Fomapan, but it turns out it was loaded with FP4. But luckily, because the ISOs aren't too different, the exposures aren't, you know, too off. Anyway, the first photos that I took with the 4x5 were of the den that you saw in that Instax image, and I don't think they turned out great. They're just okay, but I think it would have been a lot better in colour. However, I think they would have looked a lot better in colour, as if you remember the Instax image, the surrounding area is very green, and then inside the den there was a vibrant red blanket. But considering the light was quite nice, I thought that that would make up for it, but I don't think it did. I think they just look a bit mediocre. After that, I then ended up getting a couple portraits of Sadie. I got one close-up and another full body. I'm not too big of a fan of the full body portrait. I think it just looks a bit boring, the composition just wasn't there, and I think this place would look a lot better in colour. I like the close-up one more than I like the full body one, but it still isn't that great of a portrait, but I did manage to almost nail focus. It's so close to being like just pin sharp on her eyes, but I just missed ever so slightly, and I was shooting at f5.6, so that's pretty impressive on 4x5. But having mediocre photos seems to be a theme whenever I shoot 4x5 recently. Every photo that I take, I'm just a bit like, nah, but I guess that's just what happens sometimes, and I guess it means I need to focus on actually, you know, setting up my photo more. But anyway, those are the last photos that I took in December, and those were the last photos of this series. Like I said, I was meant to do more shoots this month, but I just didn't end up doing any. Also, like I said at the start of the video, I may continue this series. I'm not sure what I want to do just yet, because I feel like it would be nice to leave the series here and just keep it as a 1-year thing, but I also think that it would be really nice to continue this series going, so then in the future I can look back and, you know, see all the photos that I've taken, and it will also keep me posting and taking photos and just doing everything and just keeping me, you know, consistent. So let me know if you want this series to continue or I should just leave it here. But that's the end of this video. I hope you've enjoyed, and I hope to see you in the next one. Goodbye.